To do the Pythagorean theorem, you need to know the formula, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C is always the hypotenuse, and it's also the longest side. And it's across from, when you have a right triangle, it's always across from the little box. So this is always C. So when we look at this, we're going to solve. So we're going to put 10 squared plus 24 squared equals C squared. That's the formula. And when I do the math, I'm going to get 100 plus 24 squared, which happens to be 576. 576 equals C squared. When I add those, I get 76, and to solve, I'm going to take the square root. When I take the square root of 676, square root of 676, I get 26. So C equals 26, which makes sense if you look up here, because C has to be the longest side. We have 24 and we have 10. C is the longest side. So we're going to find letter B, in this case right here, B. And so I'm going to have b squared plus 7 squared equals 15 squared. And when I do the math of that, it's going to be b squared plus 49 equals 15 squared, which is 225. If I subtract 49, I get 176. So b squared equals 176. And if I take the square root of 176, I get 13.26 repeating, which is 13.27 rounded to the hundredths, as our instructions say. So here's my answer. So B equals 13.27. So we're going to do a real world example. We're going to figure out how tall this is by using the Pythagorean theorem. So we have to know what the hypotenuse is. And 20 is our hypotenuse, even though we were using h for the mass. So if we take our 20 and we square it, and we take our height, which we square, and we're going to add that to our other letter, which in this case is our b squared, and we go ahead and do our math. This is 400 when I square it. This we can't square, and then the 10 is 100. We're going to solve for h. To solve for that, I have to get rid of this 100. So I'm going to minus the 100 on both sides. That gives me 300 equals h squared. And to solve for h, I'm going to take the square root. So we'll have a plus minus, and it's going to be approximately 17.32 rounded. And we only need the positive side of it, so we can get rid of the negative. So it's approximately 17 feet and 0.32, and that's the height. Check for right triangles. We're looking for the sides that all equal each other. So we need a squared adding to b squared equals c squared. So if I have 9, 12, and 16 being c, I can take 9 squared plus 12 squared equals 16 squared. So I would do the math. This is 81, this is 144, and if I add those, I get 225, and 16 squared is 256, and they do not equal each other. Since they do not equal each other, it is not a right triangle. If they did equal, it would be.